I wanted to give you a little bit of a background of how this all started. So, when COVID hit, I had started this campaign called Letters from Lindsey. And what I started with that was just letters from my heart as a business owner that other business owners might want to know as well. So, for instance, while we were going through COVID, who was my banker? What was I doing with my team? Was I sending people home? Were I bringing people back? What things were we using to make sure that with this new transition, we were staying on top of our workload? All kinds of different things. And the results that I got from that, or the feedback that I got from that, was just absolutely unbelievable. Hello, my name is Lindsey Hittner, and I am so excited to start this podcast with you guys. So this is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be just a one-person podcast, and I wanted to give you a little bit of a background of how this all started. So when COVID hit, I had started this campaign called Letters from Lindsey. And what I started with that was just letters from my heart as a business owner that other business owners might want to know as well. So, for instance, while we were going through COVID, who was my banker? What was I doing with my team? Was I sending people home? Were I bringing people back? What things were we using to make sure that with this new transition, we were staying on top of our workload? All kinds of different things. And the results that I got from that, or the feedback that I got from that, was just absolutely unbelievable. You guys loved it. And so we continued to do Letters from Lindsey. And so this started, like I said, when COVID started. And every month we send out a new Letters from Lindsey. You can see all of those on our website. But what the team has asked me to do now is to create a one-man podcast to really just talk about what those letters from Lindsey are. And so you'll see this once a month. You'll be able to go on to our Facebook or into any of our social media channels and be able to see little tidbits of things that I've said. So if any of it interests you, please read our Letters from Lindsey on our website, or just reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. My email is Lindsey, Lindsey, at theitcrowd.com. So we're going to do this with the first one, and this was our last Letters from Lindsey, and this was called 54321. I did it this morning, and I actually just read that book, Let Them. So this is one of, I think, number 1 or number 2 best-selling book here in the United States right now, and it's a book from Mel Robbins. And in the first part of her book, so in the introduction of her book, she talks about how she started this 54321, and she has a book, I guess, about this whole entire process. And she was having a really hard time with motivation to be able to do things. She was $800,000 in debt, and her and her husband were, and within just a few years, she became one of the best seen podcasts or listened to podcasts, has multiple award-winning and selling books that are out there. And I've learned to really like her. I think that she's great. I like her concepts. I like the way that her books read, and it's really easy to be able to follow along. And not only is it easy to follow along, it's an easy read as well, but she gives you practical things to do. So in this introduction, she talked about 54321. And anytime you feel stuck, or anytime you don't really want to be doing something, or anytime you've got that just kind of cringe in your stomach of saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just doing it. And the science behind that is your brain doesn't have enough time to object to that or to reject that idea. So what did I do? I was like, okay, let's see if this is going to work. So I decided that I was going to do this. I've always wanted to be part of the 5 a.m. club. I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. I even got to the point where I got rid of my phone, I got rid of my iWatch, and I put all of those in the bathroom, and they charge there. I got myself one of those old school alarm clocks. Not too old school, because I can still make the sound the way that I like it to be instead of that beep, beep, beep. So I got one of those, and that started to help, but I still couldn't get to the point where I was waking up at 5 a.m. So what did I do? I read the book. read at least the introduction of this book. And then I went in and I tried it for the first time. And lo and behold, I was up at 5 a.m. Now, full disclosure, I only did it one time, but I do plan on doing it more times. I think that I'm going to get to the point where I do it 1 or 2 times a week, and then I will start to build up into 5 times a week. But it was awesome. I couldn't believe it. And I've actually used that in different things. So through work, if there's a task that just keeps coming up or that I just keep pushing off, I do the trick 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I just dive into it. If there's a conversation that I'm putting off, whether that's a teammate or maybe that's a family member, I do the same sort of thing. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you just dig into it. If there's a chore at home, same thing. And it's been so fun to be able to actually see this work. So I challenge you, if this is something that you think could work for you, please try it and let me know how it works. If you think that it's a crock, that's okay too. Like, try it or tell me that you think it's a crock. But I'm excited to hear your stories. Until next time, again, my name is Lindsey Hittner, and I'm excited to have these conversations with you.